All right. Okay, we're here. Hey, everybody. How you doing today? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce with Stock Markets with Bruce. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome to the channel. For those of you who somehow stumbled upon me by mistake, what can I tell you? What we do here is I talk about the stock market in plain English. I do that as best I can. Try to explain to you what's going on out there. And I also talk to folks here on this channel about how you can bring some money in to your account with what you're sitting on. Writing options on stock you got, or ETFs, or options that you're holding that are in the money, writing poor man covered calls, learning how to write what we call cash secured puts, where you don't even have to own stock to write options and bring in money, or the fait accompli. How to create an iron condor where you don't own any stock, and yet you kind of think you have an idea where the market is going to be for a little while, like the next week or two or three. You feel like, well, Tesla won't go any higher than that, won't go any lower than that. You can create an option program using iron condors where you make money if the stock doesn't go above or below a certain price point. You do not need to own any stock to be an option writer. Of all the people out there that invest, and there are millions and millions and millions that are investors, whether they're passive or aggressive or active or not, there are definitely millions of people out there who invest in options. They try to make money buying options and hope they hit the jackpot, that their stock goes running up. Like they're looking for dumb money payoffs like GameStop. They hope to buy an option for $1 and it goes to $100 a contract. And then there are a lot of folks out there who they buy contracts and sell contracts, especially call contracts, where they are betting on a stock's movement higher over a few days, or weeks, or months, and they'll put $1,000 on the table, $5,000, 20, 50,000, 150,000, depending on the size of the investor. And there are institutions that put millions into this game, betting on and trying to earn a return on a very leveraged trade, because one option contract represents 100 shares of stock. Well, if you think Apple's going to go up $20 a share in the next 3 months because they're going to have good earnings, or you like their iPhone, or you think their new MacBook Pro is going to be the best thing ever, there are people out there who are gambling on these issues, and they'll buy these call options. What I try to tell my viewers to do is the opposite. I'm like a George Costanza here. I just tell my viewers, why don't you be George Costanza and go the other direction and let the gamblers, who are the buyers of these contracts, take all the risk, and you take very little risk. Like, how about less than 20% risk, less than 10% risk that you're not going to make money? And let these gamblers take all the shots and go nuts, because they're out there. Oh, believe me, they're out there. The thing you have to understand, if you're not a regular of this channel, you don't follow me very often, is that the pool, the number of people getting into the market is growing dramatically, especially outside of the United States and Canada. There's no question that a lot of Americans love playing the stock market. People of a certain age catch into it. But in the third world, or the second world, maybe, there are probably 100 countries out there after the G20, the top 20 economies of the world, the next 100 most lucrative economies of the planet. There are a ton of people trying to get ahead and try to make a few bucks in the market. And the reason that they're coming into the market is because it is so easy for them to now do it. When I was a stockbroker in 1979, until I stopped being an investment advisor in the 2000s, right up until my last gig, when I was an offshore asset manager in the Cayman Islands, I used to have to write down my trades in writing pretty well. And I used to have to make phone calls to call traders to get trades done. Today, people use this little device right here. It's called a smartphone. This is my little Apple that I use. This is the instrument that people use around the planet to do all their business now. And it's incredible. I'm in Tel Aviv at the moment, as I said earlier, and went out last night for a bite to eat. We were in a neighborhood that is classically middle class, active, socially active place. Everybody's got their cell phone going, and there are people there talking, texting, you name it, through this technology. And of course, you've ever taken a flight lately in an airplane? How many people are frantically using this thing at the check-in gate before they have to shut it off? The first thing you do when you land your plane, turn your phone back on. There are millions and millions of people who want to become investors in the market. They don't have millions of dollars each, they have hundreds or thousands of dollars each. And the best part about this technology and the platform trading firms that now exist all over the planet, they give people access to stocks and options in New York, Chicago, and elsewhere. And this is where you can come in and you can score some nice returns because, frankly, I hate to say it, but it's true. There are a lot of people coming into this market now and will for the next 15 and 20 years. Remember, baby boomers like me are aging out and the kids behind me are coming in. The kids coming in now to trade stocks and options, these 20-year-olds and 25-year-olds and 30-year-olds and so on, they don't have at their disposal what my clients would have had in the 80s at their disposal. In the 80s, they would have needed a stockbroker to be able to help them buy and sell stock. Well, the stockbroker, which was me and others like me, we were all licensed by our securities exchanges commissions to do what we did, and we all had to pass exams. We all had to have courses. We all had to have some knowledge of the markets, and we were just drilled into our heads. We were drilled by our superiors about not taking crazy risks with our clients' money. And so we would get phone calls all the time from our clients going, I heard a hot rumor on so and so, or a hot tip on this stock. And what they would do is they'd say to me, Bruce, can you check it out for me? Can you check it out for me? And that was my job, was to keep my customers away from trouble. And the more I did that, the more I saved them grief and dire consequences. I saw stockbrokers not be as diligent as I was. They would take any order from any customer. They didn't care what they wanted to do. They would just let them go wild because these guys were commission hogs. They just wanted to make commissions. They didn't care if the customers lost money or not because they felt that they could always get another customer if this guy blew his brains out on his investments. I was the opposite. I was taking the long-term view that, I want to deal with my clients over a longer term, and I want to secure all of their confidence. I want to understand what they're about. I want them to understand what I'm about, and I want to deal with their trading money. We call it the mad money, and their retirement money, and their family's money, and their relatives' money. And in other words, I want it to be like the insurance agent used to be, or your local branch manager used to be in your town, or your parents' town, or your grandparents' town, where there's the bank, there's the insurance company, and there's the investment company. And each had their functions. And when I grew up into the brokerage business in the late 70s and 80s, I got to know individuals that had been stockbrokers for 20 and 30 years through good times and bad for entire families and relatives. In other words, these guys didn't need to get on the telephone and find new customers all the time because they kept coming to them. Everyone would recommend their favorite broker to their friends and relatives. And so when time would go by and these brokers were dealing with grandma and grandpa, mom and dad, and now the kids, and these 50 and 60-year-old stockbrokers were making a ton of money in commissions because they were dealing with 1,000 clients. They would have one or two assistants helping them to handle all the phone calls, and they were making the equivalent today of $500,000 to $1 million a year in commissions to them. They were making a very, very good living. I wanted to be one of those guys. Unfortunately, in today's world, You newbies and the newbies that are out there that are desperately trying to get into this market, they don't have that kind of person to go to. If you don't have at least $1 million, you're probably not very welcome into any brokerage firm anywhere because there aren't any anymore. Guys like me have been put out to pasture. The big banks and the huge investment firms in Wall Street and in Frankfurt and Tokyo and London, they've consolidated the business into these massive companies. And these trading platforms I keep referring to on these phones are controlled by big money outfits. And at the end of the day, it's a volume business. That's all it is. And all they're wanting to do is to get you to sign up, open an account, and get anyone else to sign up and open an account. Throw in electronically $1,000, $5,000, $50,000, and all they want you to do is trade it. And they don't care how you figure it out. And they'll give you online courses and they'll show you YouTube videos on how to trade and how to do this, but you have no one to talk to for advice. You're on your own, kids. And this is where you guys who are watching me right now can make an absolute fortune from this stock market, because the competition you're up against is so undereducated that if you give yourself any kind of instruction, you're going to be ahead of 51% of the competition, putting you in the top half of knowledge traders, traders with knowledge, and you will quickly move into the top 40 percentile, the top third percentile, the top 80 percentile. You'll be in the top 10% in no time. You'll have more knowledge than the rest of the market. This is where you will make money because you won't make mistakes. Your mistakes are one-offs or occasional, and they're not going to wipe you out, where you're going to notice people come and go in the marketplace all the time. You'll find out at your next family reunion or your next time you see someone at work, or next time you get together your buddies on a golf course or at the club or whatever. You're hearing a rumor that, oh yeah, you hear about Tony? Yeah, Tony lost 20 grand in the market trying to do this and that. Did you hear about Fred? Yeah, Fred tried to invest and lost all his money. You're going to hear that kind of stuff because they made the fatal mistake of not knowing what they were really doing, and they were trying to outsmart. They thought they could outsmart the pros on the markets. Here on this channel, I'm trying to turn you into a much more knowledgeable investor. And it takes time, and you've got to want to do it. You got to want to hang around a while and watch what a bunch of these folks tell you to talk about. And if you're really serious, I mean, if you're dead serious about making money in this market, there's a couple ways to do it. One of the ways to go into it is head over here to this website. It's my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. It's not very fancy. It's not very glamorous. It's not very slick. I get emails all the time from these professionals. Would you like to have your website improved upon because it's kind of basic? Here's what it looks like. The homepage. There's my mug. You know it's me. Stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. It's my Canadian website. And you go over there. You head for the classes, the section that says classes. And here we go. Attention students, classes are in session. A class in session. And you'll find 16 classes. Lesson number 1, number 2, how to buy, call, and put stock options. Because I'm talking about how to make money in the options market. Even if you're a rookie, you can learn from these classes. And you can take one at a time, all the time you like. There's no rush for these. You don't have to take them all in one shot. They're $150 each, and you can take, one class a week if you want, one class every 2 weeks. Start with number 4 and then go to number 8 and then take number 1. I would recommend you start with class number 1. That's kind of where I talk about. Go to class number 1. But here we are, we've done advanced poor man cover call strategies, and now we're talking about iron condors here on class 16. Look, I started this channel 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in January that I started going live. I definitely started this channel 3 years ago when I created it. But in the last 2.5 years, I have focused on talking about the market in the plainest of English that I can to make most of you understand what the hell is going on. And I put these lessons together so that you can get a leg up on just what is going on in this so-called options market you hear about. You will find, if you do Google searches or YouTube searches, you'll find gazillions of channels that talk about stock options. This is nothing, top secret, okay? You can do a lot of Google searching yourself on options. You can find all kinds of option strategies left, right, center. You'll probably find, though, most of you kind of gets confusing and kind of gets a little too technical, and you start kind of losing it. And this is the biggest problem that people have in the options game, is that they want to be involved in the options side to make money. But to learn about it is so complex and is so over the top. And there are some folks on YouTube that love to show off how they can use fancy terms to confuse the hell out of you. Makes no sense. You might as well, people just shut it down. They just give up. At the end of the day, out of all the millions of investors out there who are gambling in the options market, 90% of them are buying options and selling options. They buy a call option and hope it goes up in value, and they dump it for a profit. Many of those, a majority of them, lose money because they don't know the intricacies of the options market. They don't understand the volatility of options, and they get their butts handed to them. 10% of all option traders out there, of all of them, of the millions, are writers. And that's what I'm talking about here. I'm trying to create option writers for this channel. I want you to be a winner. I want you to be the casino that owns and operates and regulates the slot machines called the options market. I want you to create options that people will buy, that will pay you money up front to play the option that you're creating, and you're going to buy that contract back for a lovely discount and keep the change in your pocket. There are viewers on this channel here who started 2.5, 3 years ago, 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago, with no knowledge of the option market, had no idea what the hell I'm talking about. They stuck around a little while, started taking classes. Then they started hitting me up for one-on-ones, which I also offer. You can always look me up for a one-on-one session. And they spend an hour with me. It's a $400 cost. They pop in. I think there it is right there on my website. Yeah, private consultation is $400. They'll sit down with me for an hour. They'll have a few questions. They just don't quite get it. They taken my classes, a few of them, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes, and now they want a one-on-one. They want to start writing options, but they're not quite sure. So we do the one-on-one. I figure out what the issue is for you, figure out what your situation is, and then all of a sudden the epiphany happens. Like, oh, that's what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. You're thinking in reverse is what I'm trying to get you to do. Join the side where all the institutions hang out. I'm trying to get you to do what the hedge funds do, what the mutual funds do, what the banks do, the insurance companies, the pension funds, the mutual funds. All of these gigantic multi-billion-dollar organizations are option writers. They write gazillion of them. I'm trying to get you to write a few here, a few here, a few here, a few here. You do not need to write a lot of options to become self-employed as an option writer. You can become an option writer and become self-employed in the comfort of your house or apartment or your mom and dad's basement, wherever you're hanging out, in your RV on the road, or if you're traveling the world like Jen and I, you could be right here in Tel Aviv with one of these, and you can write contracts on your account anywhere in the planet, day or night. And it doesn't matter anymore. You don't have to call a stockbroker. You do it yourself. You better, however, have an understanding on how it works. And that's where I come in. You can watch my classes wherever you are. You got an internet connection? You can watch my class. Start with number 1, move up to number 2, 3, 4, 5, and work your way up. The longer you hang out with these folks around here and on our Discord channel, the smarter you're going to get, the more knowledgeable you're going to get, and the more deadly you're going to get in the open market. Now you have to give me 1 second. I have to just reach forward here, and I've got to grab my curtain because the sun has come out in Tel Aviv. We were sitting here a few minutes ago, sunshine, then it went away. Now it's back. So I have to put this curtain up so that I don't get too blinded. Let me do it that way. There we go. All right. So welcome all of you from around the world who are joining me live from Tel Aviv, Israel. We're here for just a few days. Jen and I are heading out tomorrow, and we're finishing our holiday trip. We're going to end up in New York. We're going to New Jersey, Secaucus, New Jersey, right across the river. October 21 is a meet and greet for Jen and I, my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife and I. And if you've ever been curious what Auntie Jen looks like, this is your chance to meet her in person. October 21st, Secaucus, New Jersey, the Harmony Suites Hotel. If you'd like to come out, it's no cost for you to join us. You got to send me an email. It would really help us because we're booking our meeting room now, and we need to know the exact size of this room. There's various sizes available. So if you send me an email at brucefarmer@hotmail.com, here it is right here. You can do that. Let me know you'd like to come out for that. October 21 from about 1 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon is kind of the timing. 4-hour get together at the Harmony Suites, which used to be the Embassy Suites in Secaucus. Come on out there and join us. Love to see you, and you can ask us questions, and we'll see if we can help you out with how you're doing. There it is. There's the story. That's what's happening here. Couple of things to let you in on. I did some work this morning. I was kind of curious. First of all, you might notice this logo is up here all the time. This is the Gold Bagel member logo. You can watch this channel for free. Just, click on it. Here I am. Hello. But if you want to make comments over here, you can make comments in the pre-show, like right now, before the market opens up. But once the market starts trading, I shift the comments over to just members only. And you can tell who the members are because you'll note that Double D has a green type for his name, and then there's a logo beside him there. Alberto, Bobby, an auto lurker. These are members of the channel. If you're a non-member, like John Malone right now, he's in black. John is probably busy renewing his membership. I'm sure John will renew his membership in a few minutes, won't you, John? Would be love to have you here. Those are non-members. You can comment on the show until the market opens up, roughly, and then we click over to Gold Bagel member to members only. I should correct myself. There are 2 levels of membership. $10 a month for the Chillin' with Uncle Bruce level, which means you can comment during my market hours. But if you're a Gold Bagel member, you're one of these guys right here. You're coughing up $25 a month to YouTube to be a Gold Bagel member of this channel. Why are these people doing this? What, are they crazy? No, they're not. They're smart. They're joining me because of several things. Every day before I start this show, I do a Gold Bagel trade alert show just for Gold Bagel members before this show to give everybody a heads up what's coming up. I also produce the trading tip of the day. I started this a couple of weeks ago, back in September, mid-September. I started bringing out a daily video for Gold Bagel members only, your trading tip of the day. And I have been zeroing in on these iron condors that we started to cover back in lesson number 16. Started talking about how can you play the market with stocks that you can't possibly afford to buy. There are people here with 10, 20, 30,000 bucks. They don't have enough money to buy a couple of hundred shares of Tesla at 200 something bucks a share. They can't do it. It's almost 50 grand required just to write 2 measly call contracts. How are you going to quit your job writing 2 measly call contracts? You can't do it. You need volume. But with iron condors, you got 5 or 10 or 20 grand lying around or more, you can write a series of iron condors on Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, Google, the triple Qs and the SPY. These are the indexes themselves. Stuff you can't do if you don't have enough cash to do the traditional cover call writing, or poor man cover call writing might require too much money from some of you. Anyway, since September 19th or so, this last 2 weeks plus, every day when I can, because we're on the road, I am producing a trading tip of the day, and we have cranked out a bunch of these iron condor trades that you should take a look at that I've thrown your way. And I got to tell you, we've done triple Q condor suggestions, Apple on AI, SPY, Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia, Google. Um, every one of these that I've recommended now over the last two odd weeks. If did these you did these trades, you're making money. The number one objective for me to you is I want you to make $300 a year, because that'll cover the cost of this right here. $300, you got the whole year covered. $25 a month going to YouTube. That's step one. Step two, I want you to make money over and above that. And I want you to make the kind of money where it's possible, where you might start making $1,000 a week, going down the road a ways with more confidence and experience. If I can help you make $1,000 a week every week consistently, most of you would likely be in a position to consider saying goodbye to your day job. Now, if you can carry your day job and do these trades at the same time, well, more power to you. You just added another income level into your life. Those of you who have student loans out there, car loans, credit card bills that are just piling up, you're trying to find a way to build your income level to knock off these debts sooner rather than later. Iron Condor income might be for you. Also, those of you who are working your tails off now, 20 years, 25 years, whatever it is, you're trying to build a nest egg that you're going to ultimately try to retire off of. You need to build up capital. You need to build up wealth. And Iron Condor trading and option writing is the way to go. And this is what this channel is all about. There are viewers here who are in their 50s and 60s and older who need a lot of income right freaking now because they can't work anymore. They're limited physically. They're not able to work any longer, or their firms want them out, or they've left their firm because they got bought out, whatever the reason, COVID, whatever. They need income on top of their Social Security or retirement benefits. And they have assets. They just don't know what to do with them because the assets they have are not generating enough revenue to live off of. Maybe what we're doing here is what it's all about. So welcome all to the show. Welcome all to the channel today. Strongly consider becoming a member of this channel, specifically become a Gold Bagel member, and I'll do everything I can to help you make way more money than what it costs you to be one of these guys. And you'll get quite some nice benefits out of it. Thank you all from Jennifer and I for being here. Without you being members, this channel wouldn't exist. The reason there are members here, simple, they make money. It's that simple. Whatever anyone says, whatever comments you read here, if anyone is making money, not making money, or is happy, is not making money, the end of the day, there are a bunch of people who are members of this channel who make money following what we talk about here, and they won't give it up. And without them, I wouldn't be on the air. So the success is because I'm here. As long as I'm on the air, that means people are making money more than losing money. So join the crowd that is making a few bucks out there in the markets. The markets are willing to hand you money like you cannot believe. You cannot believe how ridiculous some of these premiums are that you can get your hands on for triple Qs, SPYs, Google trades, Tesla trades, Apple contracts, AI contracts. You will not believe the kind of premiums. We started writing options here with GameStop. I started talking about telling people 2 years ago, write options on your bloody GameStop stock, because some of you were thinking it was going to go to the moon like the dumb money people. That's okay. While you're waiting, take the money in from all the option gamblers that are just trading GameStop like you can't believe. Same was happening for a whole bunch of other meme stocks. We've moved on from that as well. We've graduated into other areas. And now with Iron Condors, we're here to make a couple of bucks, and we're keeping it for ourselves. Thank you very much for all your support. Those of you who are members, thank you. Those of you who are subscribers, thank you very much. Subscribe to this channel right away. Hit the thumbs up button for me. If you can, it should be on the bottom of your screen there. 61 of you have already done it. nail that thumbs up button, give us some momentum through YouTube. And again, thank you to all of you who are members, those of you who are taking the classes, those of you who have been making donations through Super Chat or through PayPal donations. Thank you all very much. You're keeping us in the game, and we're live from Tel Aviv because of you. It's as simple as that. How the heck does a guy travel from Canada to Tel Aviv? You don't walk here and you don't swim here. It costs a few dollars, but your success is helping us see the world at the same time, and we appreciate it. Thank you all, and welcome to the party, pal. We're pretty excited about what's coming up. Lame Duck was thumbs up number 2 today. Richard number 3. Robert was in the house. Thanks, pal. Karen D is here. Number 8. Mandu is the 9th thumbs up this morning. Appreciate that. Bobby Atkinson from Canada says, good morning, everybody. Rocket Lab is opening up the engine factory they purchased from Virgin this week. Saw an article online about that last night. White Feather is number 14, thumbs up. Amy is number 17. Charlie is here. Uncle Bruce, I forwarded you an email with another Spire announcement. I saw something on Spire this morning. Thanks, Charlie, on this. By the way, No Cell is here. Wing Commander is here. Yeah, I noticed that that Spire made an announcement that NASA awarded a contract to a number of contractors worth almost $500 million, and Spire is in on this contract for their satellite tracking services. There's money coming into Spire's world here. I don't know what this means for the stock on a per share basis, but I can tell you this: 50,000 shares were traded this morning, which is unusual, and we're at $4.85 a share, which is up 44 cents this morning, and they were over $5 just a few minutes ago already. Now, to clarify Spire a little bit more, the shares were originally a SPAC, and they came out at originally $10 a share, but the stock went down under $1 this past summer when we had a real rough market for a lot of these SPACs, and these guys had to do a rollback for their stock. They did a 10-for-1 rollback. So if you owned 100 shares, now you own 10 shares. So at $4.85 a share, your stock is still trading at 48 cents a share compared to the $10 level that came out at. But to also clarify, the stock got down to 28 cents just before the split happened, and now it's from 28 cents to 48.49, almost at 50. Not saying this is the greatest turnaround in human history, but the stock is going the right direction. And if it breaks through $5.56, it'll be the highest trading range in over 6 months. We might be onto a bit of a breakout. I don't know. There are only, by the way, 20 million shares in existence now, and 14.4 million are free trading. 281,000 are shorted. So there's only a 2% short on the stock. And only 14.4 million can trade. So you're not going to see 5 million shares trade today, but if you see a couple 100,000 go through every day, that would be significant, and it could move quite substantially. So I'm just telling you, there's some good news out there. Marty, I just wanted to say thanks, Uncle Bruce. I hate your politics. I really hate your politics. But it gives me the opposite side of things. You're the calm voice that keeps me from going crazy as the markets go down. Well, Marty, I thank you, and I do the best I can. Marty says that, and you taught me how to sell covered calls. Rock and roll. Comical name here, 24 thumbs up. Good morning. Luca is in the house. Hey, pal. Ciao, my friend. I'm number 35, Bruce Bongiorno. 30 degrees Celsius today. Not too shabby. Uncle Bruce, did you get your meat fix last night? Yes, we got out last night to a deli location, and yeah, we picked out. We rather enjoyed it. Beach Boy is showing us around town here. We're getting a little taste of Tel Aviv. Bobby Atkinson, always, what's the Spire news? We just talked about it. Berlin is here. Spire just announced new NASA contract. That's a big contract. Lame Duck, how can Spire stay so low with that contract? Of course, all $476 million doesn't go to Spire. They got a piece of that deal if you read their press release. So Spire covered call for the win, Marty. Way to go. Alberto in the house, buddy. Welcome back to the gold bagel level, and your emoji is current, I'm sure. Good morning, Bagel Familia. I'm here, and we can now begin the day. Yes, sir, we sure can. John Malone is in the house. John, how you doing, pal? We got one guy here's calling himself Dumb Idiot, saying hello, everybody. Stephen Butler, I'm number 51, Bruce, on your thumbs up meter right now. Valerie is here. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Valerie. Bobby watched the video from Spire CEO last night. They have enough satellite orbiting Earth. They are in retention mode from now forward. Bobby, all satellites are built in-house from Spire and are reprogrammable. It sounds pretty interesting, actually. Dude, I actually rewatched the classes, I think, often on Saturday. Something I missed the first time. It'll now make more sense because of the context I have learned since. It's the best part about these classes. Once you acquire the class for $150, you can watch it as many times as you want. And if you lose the link, you send me an email, say, Bruce, I can't find the link to number 6. I know whether you bought number 6 or not, and then we'll send you the link, and you're good to go. Double D, good morning, everybody. Alberto, unbelievable that Uncle Bruce has to explain why you have to pick up his classes and one-on-ones. Financial freedom, folks. I got to do what I got to do. Of course, I know that every day I'm on the air, there are those who stumble in here who don't know who the hell I am, and they wonder, oh, why do these people watch this guy? There's nothing fancy about his channel. He doesn't have fancy graphs, and he doesn't have fancy graphics and neat stuff. Why do they watch this moron? Well, they like making money, and we keep it simple, and this is why I can do this show from wherever I'm located. But hey, join the party, pal. Make some dough. Bobby, sell wave hitting the pre-market. Not a lurker. Good morning, all. I'm number 54. Dude, I've done very well buying puts and selling them back to this market. Splair, make another TWB video in New York. Please do that. Trying with Bruce video. I bet it's an instant clickbait if you just name the city. Splair, Alberto is telling the truth. Rock on. Bobby Joe, Spire will pop this morning. Awarded IDIQ NASA contract. But it's not $476 million to Spire. That's part of the package they're involved with. I don't know what they get out of it, but I like the deal. I like how Spire does deals with the European Space Agency, NASA, and other entities. Lame duck, 1 hour with Uncle Bruce is still cheaper than 1 hour with a cheap hooker. And you learn very much more, maybe, laughing out loud. I guess I should say thank you. Splair, not in Prague. There's everything cheap if you have the dollars. Thanks to Uncle Bruce. Alberto. Splair, let's get this dinero, baby. Splair, my plan for next year is to level up to 8 or 18 more spreads. Looking already for the 20th per week gig to get faster there before renting second apartment in the Netherlands. Right on, Splair. It's happening for you. Splair, so I'm definitely on the way to get more of this dinero. Karen is in the house. Uncle Bruce, I really appreciate your trading tips of the day. I can see what I did wrong in the past. Charlie, yes, definitely bring more income in so that you can pay those student loans. We need to increase SoFi earnings. Dude, I've been selling junk in my house, putting more money in the market, get those spreads going. Splair, SoFi is on a good way, even with some famous YouTube channels for younger ones are paid for them. Trader Timmy, a nice nod to us subscribers and thumbs ups, folks. Cheers. Marcus, number 57, thumbs up here. Good morning. Go Spire. It's up 23% pre-market. Hit 543, though. It gave up some gains since then. Splair, dude, interesting idea. We'll still have some stuff I never used in the basement, but feels like anyways, like 12 hours are not enough. Splair says too much free time. Appreciate acting on my calls. All right, SR 215. I don't know what 8-to-1 means. DH Splair did an 8-for-1 Spire, 8-for-1 rollback. All right, dude, go to rummage sales on the weekends and maybe you can find something to resell. Beach Boy Alberto, is that you, Beach Boy, for real, Primo? SR, the contract will be effective for 5 years. With the opportunity to complete for task orders under a $417 million shared ceiling amongst all contractors selected. Maria, number 76, thumbs up, Bruce, and good morning, everybody. Initial XE number 10, I don't know. Charlie, I've only done 2 one-on-one classes with Uncle Bruce. I can count those sessions. I can't count how many times over those sessions have paid for themselves, though. Dude face number 77, Beach Boy. Israel's Supreme Court can declare the show legal since Alberto is here. Whew, we're good to go. Right on, buddy. Rock and roll. We're here, and we're trying to make it work. Well, what can I say? Spire at the moment looks like it's around 490 So it's up 49 cents at the moment. It did break the 5 level for a bit. Um, we'll see what happens. The U.S. trade deficit is at nearly a 3-year low, so that's good news there. The European markets are mixed. We're up half a point in London, break even right now in Germany. We're up just a bit in France on the futures market with 20 minutes to go before we trade. We're negative in the U.S. Maybe this trade deficit number wasn't so great. I don't know. Jobless claims inch up to 207,000, but no sign of rising U.S. layoffs. The U.S. trade deficit shrinks 10% to 58 billion at nearly a 3-year low. Anyway, the jobs data caused the markets to drop. We're down 77 on the Dow, 10 on S&P, 24 on NASDAQ. Crude oil down 90 cents a barrel to 83.34. Oil has lost $11 in less than 2 weeks, maybe $10 in like a week. We've really backed off from that 94 level. There was talk that oil was going right to 100, 110. Now we're at 83.43. Very interesting to see how that is playing itself out. Interest rates are 472.9 for the 10-year U.S. note. It's backed off from the 4.85 yesterday to 4.72. So we'll watch that. There's still calls for the 10-year to go over 5%. Euro against the U.S. dollar, 105.18. The pound, 121.34. They're hanging in there, but still at the low end of their 3-month trading range for sure. Back to the watch list on some of our favorites. Rocket Lab seems to be up about 3 cents right now at 4.34. It was up 14 cents yesterday. Sofi gained 19 cents yesterday to 7.47. Right now, 7.44. GameStop was up 27 cents yesterday. After all that turmoil, we were down to 14.45, closed at 14.87. Right now, 14.79, down 8. Matterport, 2.17 last night, up 7. It's at 2.14 right now. 23andMe trading at 89.6 cents, up about 2 cents. Spire, as I said earlier, up 49 at 4.90. It was up 18 cents yesterday. ATIP, 8.69 last night, 8.56 this morning. SmartRent, 2.66 yesterday, 2.59 this morning. Apple shares gained $1.26 yesterday, down 50 cents right now. We were positive about an hour ago. Goldman was up 2.48 yesterday. We're down 61 cents. Cisco was down 20. We're down 7 now. Tesla was up $14.63 yesterday, down $1.37 this morning. ARC Innovations was up 56 cents. We're down 18 right now. Microsoft was ahead yesterday, 5.56. We're down 47 cents. Pfizer down 59 cents yesterday, down just 2 cents this morning. HPQ down 9 cents yesterday. We're down 2 right now, 26.02. Google was up 2.97 yesterday. It's down 54. Amazon was up 2.27. It's down 16 cents. NVIDIA was up 5.24 yesterday. It's up 47 cents this morning. Unity down 12. It's down 8 now. AI was up 14. It's down 24 at the moment. Adobe was up 11.39 yesterday. It's up 157 more right now. Well, $519.99 a share on Adobe. Netflix was up 15 cents yesterday. It's up 17 cents more now. Spiders are down $1, and triple Qs are down 62 cents at the moment. As we work our way 16 minutes away from the opening roughly, and we'll get this party started. See what's going on. Thank you all for joining us today from wherever you are in the world. We appreciate you being here. We're showing some thumbs ups that have come through. I don't know quite where we are on the thumbs up meter. I think we're at 81 now. I appreciate that. Keep those thumbs ups coming in. We're going for 100 before the market opens up every day, and hopefully we can get closer to 200 by the time the show is done. Thank you, one and all, from me to you, all of you who are subscribers, members, you name it. We love you, and we appreciate you all being with us. We're going to go members only now for chat. Thank you again, all of you. Please become a member if you can, and grow this channel. We'll keep the recommendations coming. We'll give you a trade recommendation every morning. Hopefully that'll make you more than enough to cover the $25 a month fee for that. I'm sure it will. As a matter of fact, I don't know how you can't make $25 a month. I don't know how you can't. I don't know. I mean, just doing a single condor, you'll probably make a couple of $100 every month. Oh God, you'll make more than that. I'm certain of it. But yeah, I mean, if you can get yourself into the 10 condor level at a time, um, you got 10, 15, 20 grand. You can easily do 10 condors at a time. If you can do 10 condors, maybe 2 a week on the go here, you're making thousands of dollars a month without, I don't think, any question about it. I think you can make thousands of dollars a month, but you got to step up to it. And you really need to understand how options work. You have to understand how options are created, how options, why they trade higher and lower. You have to understand how they expire. You have to understand the difference between put contracts and call contracts. You've got to understand premiums. You have to understand the volatility of the contracts. And the classes that I've recommended, I've put together, covers all of this. It's a step-by-step way of learning and becoming comfortable with the lingo we use here all the time on how options trading actually works. And um, without the knowledge, you are at the mercy of professional traders who will tear you apart. You cannot come into this option market cold and without any info whatsoever. You're just asking for it. But if you come in here with some knowledge on how options work and react, and how to write them and why you'd write them, you'll then figure out, oh, this is what he's talking about. This is what everyone's all excited about over here all the time. This is why there are so many members of this guy's channel versus his viewers. Almost all of his viewers are members. You figure out very quickly, oh, this is why Alberto and Beach Boy are talking what they're saying, why they say what they say. Same with Aurora, and same with Larry Titus and Gregory and all the others who are here. I get it now. It makes sense. But I'm telling you, of all of you who are out there who are not involved in this channel and somehow stumble across this old man, I can tell you right now, you could meet Beach Boy or Dude or Alberto or any of these other members. You could go out for a coffee with these guys and sit down at a Starbucks or wherever and have a latte, and they would try to tell you how they do what they do. But if you haven't taken the classes and you haven't been here for a while, you will glaze, your eyes will glaze over in about a minute. You'll be lost. You'll just go, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't understand it. You'll understand some of it, but you don't get the rest of it. This is a common thing for all of the viewers of this channel. The viewers of this channel have all tried. I'm telling you, without a word of a lie, every single one of these guys has, guys and girls, have tried to tell their best friends, their co-workers, their trusted pals, their relatives, their mothers, their fathers, their brothers, their sisters, their cousins, their uncles, their aunts, boyfriends and girlfriends, and former boyfriends and girlfriends, and ex-wives and ex-husbands, and kids. Every one of these folks has had a scenario where they have tried to tell someone else that they know should be doing this. They should be writing options because their accounts are in such a mess. Their finances are in such disarray. They've had nothing but losses in the markets for years. And they desperately need to bring income into their accounts and grow their accounts. They have tried time and time again to try to explain to these folks as best they can what's going on with option writing. And they've all failed. Maybe one or two are successful. I don't know. But I can tell you time and time again, I get told in person through one-on-ones, these one-on-one sessions we have, I get told with private emails all the time. And then right here on this chat box, They tell me again and again. I tried to tell my best friend about this at work. He's got 100 grand sitting in his 401k, and he's just getting annihilated with these stupid tips he keeps going after. And I tried to tell the guy, look, you should write options. Watch Uncle Bruce for a while. Take a couple of his classes. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. To no avail. to no. It is what it is. Great, Gregory, I think I'm number 78. Lorraine, I think I'm number 84 on the thumbs up meter. Flint Creek, no one loves a stock tip. No one. Dude, I've glazed so many eyes. Some of them listen in rapture, but at the best, they have analysis paralysis. I have viewers of this channel who are absolutely excellent at communication. They're really good at it. They at work, in their careers, they can explain some of the most complex situations in their offices or at the factories they worked in or the companies and what have you. They're very good at what they do, but they're god awful when they try to tell people how to be an option writer. They just can't do it. It's rather tricky. I've got 16. I've got 16 classes already out there on my website. Class 17, 18, 19, 20, they're coming. The next year, I'll be up to 20 classes. I am still educating the group here. The folks that are watching me now who are members here, who have been members for 2 years, I'm still bringing them up to speed on more and more and more of the intricacies of option writing. But where we are now, where we've been for the last year, a whole bunch of folks here have had a pretty good time of it and have brought in some serious dough. A number of folks here have quit their day jobs. They've said goodbye to their jobs a long time ago. There are a number of viewers here who travel now more than their home. And there are a number of viewers here who have found a way to add value and asset value to their retirement accounts, so they know that they have a hope in hell of retiring in some decent comfort and not relying on Social Security to make it go. Because if you are counting on Social Security to cover all your bills and all your medical needs and everything else, you're dreaming. You're in Technicolor because you're not paying attention to what's happening in Congress. The clown show over there wants to eliminate most of what you're going to get when you retire. These folks know they don't have the money to pay you, and they want to stop it now. They want to change the rules now. They want to raise the retirement age on you. They want to change Medicare. They want to make it almost impossible for you to have a life. You better take care of yourselves. Don't be counting on the government of your country to carry you, especially if you want a middle-class lifestyle. You can forget about that. You're not getting a middle-class lifestyle from any government pension. Wake up and smell the coffee. How many horror stories are you reading right now? Those of you who are just renters out there, have you read the horror stories of some of the rents that people are facing right now in various cities around the world? It's insane. The cost of groceries and everything else, it's nuts. You better have a nest egg and get going. I'll tell you, we'll see what's going on. The wall's going back up, says Lorraine. I did get one guy to buy Sofi after I told him I have 1,450 shares. There you go, Aurora. The classes are great. I need to catch up with the last couple of them. One class will be my Christmas present to myself. Flint Creek, my dad has actually followed my share tips. I think he isn't listening. And then bam, he has 1,000 shares of Sofi. I mean, wow, Octavio. Thank you, member, for 28 months. I was number 71, Uncle Bruce, on the thumbs up meter. I'm still thankful for you sharing your knowledge with us. Right on. Thank you, Octavio. Constantine, good morning, everybody. I am thumbs up number 90. Bruce, you are going for 100 thumbs ups here. Robert Benson, I'm number 92. You're getting 100 thumbs ups. It's happening, and it's going beyond. You guys are awesome. We see 94 now that are sitting here. 94 thumbs ups. They're coming in. Thank you all for joining the thumbs up party, and thank you to Octavio for these. I love these mentions. Aurora, same thing, 27 months, a member of this channel. Octavio, chilling with Uncle Bruce. Aurora, gold Bagel member, 27 months. Thank you guys. It says it means a lot to me when you do these. All of you out there are able to do these postings. There's no charge to post these out there. Thank you all very much for letting the world know how long you've been a member of this channel. There's only one reason they're here. It's not for their health. It's for their financial health is why they are members of this channel. Thank you. Maria, I closed out half of my Tesla cash secured puts yesterday for an 80% profit. I got the other half at 50%. Let's go. Right on. Dude, that's something people can understand. Buy and hold, wait for the moon. Alberto, nice work. Maria, thank you, Alberto. Thank you very much. I love it when we get these kinds of notices. Folks out there who've written calls, they've written puts, they've done condors, cash secured puts, you name it. I'm excited for you guys. I love it when you guys are making money in this market. This market is not easy to make money in right now. Look at the Dow right now. We're down 109. We're not going up, and people are making money around here. We're down 16 on S&P. We're down 46 on NASDAQ. Oil down 130 a barrel. $1.30 a barrel. We're down to 82.90 now on oil. From 94, 2 weeks ago? Barely. And this is serious stuff. This is good news. Hector Salamanca, number 94. He says, "Thank you, my friend White Feather. I came for the bagels and Yoko Ono. I stayed for the money." I love it. Glad you're all here. My Yoko Ono album is in storage in Calgary right now. We are thousands of miles away from that Yoko Ono album. And so it'll be a while before we crank that baby up. Karen is in the house. Karen, Bruce, I've been a member for 13 months, but I've been lurking from the beginning. Gold Bagel member of this channel. Thank you, Karen, so much for being a Gold Bagel level member. 13 months and counting. Getting smarter every day, every week, every month. It's beautiful. We have 96 thumbs ups in the meter right now, the thumbs up meter. 4 more, we get the triple digits. Keep them coming in, kids. We're 3 minutes away from the opening. I think we might make it 100 thumbs up by the opening. We need 1 or 2 a minute now to make it to 100. If you guys can find that thumbs up button, hit that sucker and get us over 100 thumbs ups before the markets even start trading. We love it. Thank you. It is all good stuff. All right. Alberto, White Feather, ditto, says Alberto. I came for the bagels, but I stayed for the money. Yeah, baby. Charlie C., personally, I am thankful that you're thousands of miles from the Yoko Ono album. I fear it might not be far enough. Dude, okay, markets, do your thing. Alberto, we're getting ready for some fun here. Who cares? Says, I am number 99, Bruce. On your thumbs up meter, I see a manager at number 101, and I think we're at 102 now. Thank you guys for helping us just do it. It just happens. Thank you guys. 103 now are in here. 103 thumbs up, and we're climbing. Thank you all. And away we go. Triple digits on the thumbs up meter, and we're waiting for our friend Mr. Larry Titus to hit the official bell emojis. He's going to do those any moment. And thank you, Larry, for your service to this channel. We love you. And we're getting ready to start this party up. And let's see what it's all about today. What kind of money can be made by the viewers of this channel in this ridiculous market? We've got the House of Representatives in complete turmoil. The U.S. government, totally dysfunctional. We have a war in Europe going on. We have high interest rates. We have high inflation. We have oil going stupid. And yet, the viewers of this channel are making money in this market. Are all the other channels on YouTube in the market making money? Is everyone out there making money? I don't think so. I bet you they aren't. I think that there are some that are making money, but not all of them. I don't think so. Dude, I'm riding these banks to the bottom, buying puts, selling call, credit, spreads. Larry Titus, bingo, bang, bang, bang. The bells are ringing right now. We are up and running. We're rocking and rolling. Thank you, Larry, again for your for letting us know that the markets are indeed open for business. We're here for business. Let's see if we can make some money today, and hopefully, you kids just get a whole bunch richer. That's what it's all about. There's nothing personal. It's just business. As they say in The Godfather, it's not personal. We're just here to make the dough. By the way, those of you curious, we have some dates for you to keep in mind. Earnings coming up. SoFi, October the 30th, will be releasing their financials. GameStop all the way out to December the 7th, apparently, before we hear from GameStop. But we're going to hear from Matterport on November the 9th, Rocket Lab November the 8th, ME 23andMe on November 6th, Spire, we're just talking about Spire here. We're going to hear from them on November 7th, how they're doing. ATIP November 14, SmartRent November 9, Sextera reports November 12th, if any of you have any of that left. And AI, the C3AI.com stock, November 28th. Those are the release dates for the next financials coming up on a bunch of these guys. We'll follow, of course, everybody else, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, NVIDIA. We'll follow them all. But there you go. We got word coming out. We have news and financials coming out. 106 thumbs ups. Thank you. I'm hopeful that the SoFi shares will take a nice little shot between now and October 30, which is 15 days away, Monday. Hoping that'll happen. Here's a bulletin here. Americans are increasingly working into their 70s for a variety of reasons. How do you like that headline? Do you guys want to be working into your 70s? Now, I'm 68, and I'm doing this because I love it. I love doing this. This is great. You guys are making a bunch of dough. We're running some dough from the success of this channel because of your success. And so Jen and I are traveling like we've never thought we would be able to travel. And so we're thrilled. Who cares? Says Uncle Bruce, I had some $10 SoFi cover calls written for January 2024. Do you think I should buy back before? Yeah, I think you should. I would definitely do that. I don't think you want to be holding $10 calls. White Feather, have a great day, everybody. Alberto, be well, my friend. Oh, indeed. Thank you, White Feather. We're down 9 on the Dow at the moment. I think that's what we're showing right now, down 9 points. And now I think we're actually green on the Dow, up 1.6 higher. So we've had a turnaround from pre-market to here. S&P is down just a point, and NASDAQ down 12. Oil down $1.12, though. See what's going on there. That jobless report did not hurt the market very long. We're now plus 10 on the Dow, so the markets are coming up right now, everybody. Alberta White Feather, back at you. Fill them pockets with money. Rock and roll. JR, thanks for the bells, Lair, says JR. Right on, JR. Welcome to the show, buddy. Nice to have you here. We're looking at Enphase, actually, ENPH, Enphase down a nickel at 117.13. That moved up a little bit yesterday. We've got Qs down 14 cents, SPYs down 7. We have GameStop down 22, SoFi down 4, but Apple's up 38. Netflix down $1.32, Adobe up 198. AI down 20, Nvidia's up almost $3, $2.99. Tesla's up 57. We got Matterport down a penny here, Rocket Lab up a penny, SmartRent up a dime. ATIP down 2 cents, Unity down 31, Google is down 36, Moderna down 14, Cisco down a nickel, Pfizer's up 4 cents. No, Pfizer's up 40 cents, 40. IBM down 14, HBQ down a nickel, Microsoft down $1.07, ME down 1 penny. Amazon is off 88. Spire right here at 475, up 34 cents at the moment. 32,000 traded. Multiply that by 8 to get the pre-split. That's 500,000 shares traded with an 8-to-1 rollback. 475, the high of 483, the low of 475. Market cap on Spire, the whole company, is $99 million. They just got a contract with NASA for 5 years. The value of the whole contract with a whole bunch of contractors, $470-80 million. They got their sliver of that action. This whole company is $99 million. All right. Spire is about to become profitable in the next quarter or 2 or 3. Like they're about to go to the plus side and be making money. $4.75 a share. This is ridiculous. But hey, I don't make the rules. I just quote the quotes. I can't help you there. There it is. All right. Thank you, everybody. What else going on here? Good morning, says JR. I'm number 106, a farmless. My old man is 82, still works for the government with a contractor just because he likes having people to interact with. And that is a rarity. And God bless him for it. But it is an absolute rarity out there. There are folks out there in their 50s who can't work anymore. Health reasons. Folks in their 60s and 70s, they just cannot do it, and they have to have investment returns to make it. And if you are living on Social Security and Medicare, you're not doing the high life. And there are a lot of folks out there who are used to a middle class, upper middle class lifestyle. They've got to build their investments to keep that going in retirement. Join us here, and it might be the answer you're looking for. JR, okay, Uncle Bruce, I'm going to take a chance and ask the stupid question I know everyone else has been dying to ask. Get my wet noodle ready for the 100 lashes. Get ready, drink up on the Diet Coke, and turn into the... And now I'm waiting to see what his question has to say. Thank you all for joining us. Let's see what we got going on here. Aspire 473, holding a 32-cent gain. I'm going to make an adjustment on my phone here. I got to edit the Spire on my watch list because it looks like we're going to be watching this one all day long here, the way this thing is going. The Dow is a 0.3 of a point higher, and we've got triple Qs and spiders are up 5-10 cents each. GameStop is down 29. SoFi is down just 4. I think SoFi is about to go. I really do. I think SoFi will get through its first 15, 20 minutes. And I think in the next week, 10 days, SoFi is going back to $9.50, $10. You've written any calls on SoFi, you cover your ass right now because this thing, I think, is about to go. I'm just saying. 746 down a penny. Apple up 35. Netflix down 24. Adobe up 158. AI down 3 cents. I think the low has been hit on AI. Nvidia up $4. Okay, JR. All right, so turn into Credible Hulk. I'll take the tongue lashing for all. Am I supposed to be rolling my GameStop deep in the money calls up and down with the market? I don't think so, JR. If you're sitting on tens, deep in the money $10 GameStops, I would do this. I would take a look at like you're probably into January 25s. I would look into January 26s. Always keep an eye on those. If you could move from $10 deep in the money calls for 2025 into 2026s for very little money, then great. Then anytime you want. But there's no rush. I mean, this is October 2023. So, you have months to figure this out. But if you're sitting on 12s or 15s or 18s, well, then, you may want to go back into 15s or 12s. Again, though, 2025 into 2026 and beyond if you can. All right. I've got 5 deep in the money, $13 strikes, January 2025. You don't have to right now. Even at 1468, you don't have to do anything right now. Keep writing. Just keep on writing. They're down by $4,650. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Keep writing on these contracts and bring in that $4,650. Bring in as much of that as you can every time you write more contracts. That's the whole point of it. And if you can buy new contracts right now, can you buy 10s for 2025 or 2026? Can you get 10s to add more and then write more calls because of the calls you're writing on these? Do it. Just keep doing it. Just keep writing. Buy 10s, buy 8s, Buy sevens, buy sixes, buy five, whatever you can, and keep writing. Keep adding and keep writing. Keep adding, keep writing. You'll average it all down. You'll average it all out and you'll increase your revenues. Don't be writing $25 calls. Don't be writing 20s. Write 16s, write 17s, 1750s, write 18s, write till January of 2024, write out till March 2024. Bring in money right now. That's what the stock owes you. Bring it in. Lame duck. What's the chances of getting exercised? What do you care? So what? You write a 1750 and you get exercised? So what? It doesn't matter if you get $1.50 for it, and then you get 1750 just sold for $19. Buy the stock back or buy the contracts back, and write more. Don't worry about being exercised. Dare them to take you out. Dare them. There's no problem here. No, absolutely. Be writing at all times. Absolutely be writing. Spire, it's 468, still up 27 cents. Lame duck. I got 16 deep in the money. You better be writing on those. I want you writing on those. Have you folks figured out how much money you've taken in from your deep in the money call options that you've been sitting on, that you've been writing against? Have you factored that out? I know some of you have got, $9 averages, 10, 12. Some have $13, $14 averages. You've been writing. How much money have you taken in on all those deep in the money contracts? Months, 8 months, a year and a half? Some of you might be shocked at how much money you've been paid to write contracts on your GameStop. Some of you, I bet you, are ahead on the whole deal, that you've made more money on your GameStop than the depreciation of the stock, because you've written all the time. Keep writing. Just keep writing. Take money off the table. 1472 down 15 cents. Sofi down a dime right now. Qs are down 94. SPY is down 65. Enphase down 250 at the moment. Aspire's up 28 cents. Dow's down 50. We got a little sell wave going through on the Dow. We're down 11 on S&P, 38 on NASDAQ. But then again, we had a down wave yesterday right until 2 o'clock. And then the turnaround happened, 200-point turnaround from 2 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday until the close. The Dow went up over 200 points, had a 100 and something point gain. We may have exactly the same thing going here. These sell-offs look to me like they're running out of gas. The sell-offs are tiring out, and we may have ourselves a bit of a pop here. Just when people thought, oh, the markets are going down, all of a sudden there's a pop higher. Everybody missed it because they were speculating rather than investing. Be a writer. Lame duck. Better to buy deep in the money SoFi or buy the stock. 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 It never expires. Buy SoFi shares. When it hits 15, 16, 18, you're going to thank me so much. You're going to do very well with your stock. You're going to haul in dollars and dollars and dollars per share, and you're going to get rich. Simple as that. There are folks here who have 3, 8, 10, 20, 30, 60, 100 plus thousand shares at 20, 25 a share. You're going to be happy. Some of you are going to be upset because you don't have enough. I understand that. It's okay. 732, pick it up. Grab this stuff. Let's go, baby. Cash secured puts, right 10s. Right $10 cash secured puts for January or March into next year. Dare the market to not go up. Watch it go. You're going to make money. You're going to make money. It's going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. Gosh, I'm excited. Spire, 465, up 24.7 cents this morning. The Dow down 59 points. Welcome to the party, pal. Great to have you here. Let's see how it works out. We've got 111 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. 111. Appreciate that. Triple digits, ones across the board. Keep them coming, baby. Keep them coming in. Lame duck. I got 2,100 shares now, but thought I might help to pick up some extra. Yeah, just keep picking them off. Absolutely pick them up. Yep, indeed you can. Right down here, you want to scoop them up. We are, 15 days away, 2 weeks and a day away from the financial report for the latest quarter. I don't think they've lost any members. I think they're another 500,000 to 1 million members. I think their deposits are higher yet again. I bet you they are ranked higher on that biggest banks in America. They're well into probably the 90s or 80s by now. They're climbing that ladder dramatically. Their sales are up. Their revenues are up. They're about to go profitable if they aren't profitable already. 732 a share. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. It's as good as it gets. Hector, Uncle Bruce, if the sell-offs are running out of gas, then another few days of patience could reward me by not having to roll quickly. Again, if you're using that word, forget that word. Just write, take money and deal with the upside. The problems you guys need are rollover problems. These are problems you want to have. You've written 1750 GameStops and the stock went to $20. Oh, boo-hoo. This is exactly what you want to have happen. These are problems you guys need up to your necks right now. Right. Take the money off the table. People are handing it to you. Grab this money. You have other uses for it, whether it's to buy more stock, deepen the money calls, move into something else like Sofi. I don't know. Get in there and make those option gamblers be the gamblers. Don't be the gambler. Don't be sitting back going, oh, I'll let it go up a little bit before I write. No, right now. Be writing. Don't write SoFi 10s. Write SoFi $10 cash secured puts or 9s or 8s or 12s, but be writing and bring in some dough here. Bring in some serious dough. It's time to be paid for this. 465 on Spire. Go, Spire. Go. All right, there it is. We're doing the best we can. We don't waver. We stay the course, and we keep rolling and rolling and rolling. Hector, Uncle Bruce, rolling up at the market bottom seems like I have no patience. It's the hardest thing to learn in this market. Cross your arms and let the market come your direction when it's not. 71-point loss on the Dow, hardly a problem. Hardly a big issue to deal with here. S&P down 11, NASDAQ down 36, a quarter of a percentage point. Whoop-de-doo. This market doesn't want to go down. That's what this is telling me. This market does not want to go lower. Actually wants to go higher. We're just waiting it out. We're 17 minutes into the day. Where's the 5% drop? Where's the 3% drop? Where's the 2% drop? Where's the panic? Where's the panic selling? There isn't any. There's no panic selling here. Get ready, kids. Get ready. Anyway, we're down just a dime on GameStop, 14.77, down 13 on SoFi. That's where we're at right now. 23-cent gain on Spire. Yeah, fun times. We have 112 thumbs ups. We've been able to get one more thumbs ups out of you guys. Thank you, everybody. Helping us out. Appreciate it. See what we get going here. There's so much money to be made in this market. Oh my goodness, you guys are on the precipice of greatness, and you got to believe it. You got to believe in yourself, but you got to have the knowledge. Get those classes under your belt while it's quiet. Absolutely. What's going on here? JR. Okay, I stepped away from some coffee. Did he turn green yet? Did we get the wet noodle up? Deep Value, Citadel is the only one panic selling dumb money. Firmalist. This reminds me of an episode of Celebrity Jeopardy. Uncle Bruce says buy and Keanu Reeves says sell for 600. Splair, Carvana at the low was down 5% today. There you go. 62-point dip on the Dow. That's all. A fifth of a percentage point. There's no selling here. This is chump change. This is nickels and dimes. That's all we're looking at. Down 11 on S&P, down 42 on NASDAQ. This is nothing burger. Absolute nothing burger on the activity side. 1481 on SoFi, 1482 on SoFi, down 6, coming back. GameStop, 1482 coming up. SoFi down 12 at 735. Go, SoFi, go. There you have it. Should be fun coming up. A lot of fun coming up. The earnings are coming between October 30 and December 7. Look out, kids. That is closer than you can imagine. There you go. All right. We got a lot to watch, a lot to follow. Apple's still up 25 cents on the day. Pfizer's up 34. We got NVIDIA up 255. Those are the winners on our on the quotes that I'm watching here with you guys. They're definitely winners. And Spire, of course, up 23 today. It's up 23 cents so far. I think there's more upside to coming on a lot of this stuff. Giddy up, kids. Low of the day on SoFi was 730. We're now 739, down just 9 cents. And we got GameStop at 1478, just down 9. Triple Q's down 144. Spiders are down 82 cents. The Dow's only down 38 points now. Coming on again. 0.13 of a percentage point loss on the Dow. Absolutely nothing. Oil down 101 to 83.21. That's good for inflation. Lower price of oil, lower gas, lower diesel, lower everything, lower cost to move products, cheaper, lower inflation. That takes an inflation pressure point away. Brian, number 112. Good morning, everybody. Splayer, go GameStop. I want to write a $19 call for a gain against my $20 spread call. I read something and watched something earlier today that just infuriates me, and it frustrates me to no end. And one of the things that frustrates me is how few people in North America get it. Canada and in the United States, the North American partners that we are. I saw a story today. It was out a couple of days ago. So this is some of you might know about it, some of you might not. It had to do with Volkswagen, VW. The story was about Volkswagen, and the story started off by saying that their sales in China are backing off. VW in China is getting its butt handed to it. And the reason, one of the big reasons, is that China has gone heavily into EVs. The government of China is encouraging its citizens to go to electric vehicles. They want to get gas vehicles off the road. They want to improve air quality and so on. The Chinese have the raw materials to make batteries. They want to be a leader in EV production. And so, this is what's happening. Well, Volkswagen is trying to go EV. They're trying to go electric. But they're behind the 8 ball, just like everybody else except Tesla. They're all behind the curve. And so they're putting in billions of dollars to upgrade and convert their plants to produce electric vehicles. Okay, fair enough. Now, what they talked about, and this is the area where North Americans, we just don't know. We just don't know what's going on. We're ignorant to this. I told you folks a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3-4 weeks ago, I talked to you guys about the chicken tax. The chicken tax that was imposed in 1964-65 by President Johnson, okay, a Democrat, way back when he imposed the chicken tax. And the reason it's called the chicken tax was the European Union at the time, European countries, they imposed a 25% tax on U.S. poultry exports into Europe because the Americans were dumping chickens into Germany, West Germany in particular, and into France and into Belgium and the Netherlands and Spain and Italy. The American farmers, good old American farmers, were producing a gazillion chickens. They had way more than they needed for the U.S. market, so they started to dump chickens into Europe. And European farmers were going, hey, we're getting crushed here. We cannot produce chickens for the low price that the Americans are just dumping chickens into our markets. And we're going to get knocked out. We're going to get blown out of here. We're going to be out of business. And then Europe will be at the beck and call of the American farmer because we won't have any domestic flocks here. So the Europeans imposed a chicken tax, which is what they called it, 25% on American chickens. Did this destroy American farmers? No. Did it alter the world powers? No. But what did it do? It encouraged American businesses that are experts at finding ways to trick the U.S. government into giving them subsidies under whatever scheme they want to come up with. American businesses are diabolical when it comes to finding ways to scare the US government into giving them money. And one way to scare the US government to giving them money was to find a way, and this is what the auto guys did, the guys in the automobile business, all the lobbyists in Washington, which there are gazillions, they came to the White House and to Congress and to the senators, and they said, hey, those gosh darn to heck Europeans that we just sent our boys over to save from the communists and the Nazis, look what those buggers are doing to our American boys here, our farmers in Texas and Louisiana and Georgia and Carolinas and Michigan. Oh, and those Ohio farmers, they're getting their butts handed to them by those gosh darn to heck Europeans who are ungrateful for all the Second World War things we did for them. You know what we ought to do? Why don't you put a tariff on light trucks coming in from Germany? Because those guys at Volkswagen in West Germany, they're screwing the American car manufacturers, the Ford F-150 and the Dodge pickups and the Chevy trucks and GMC trucks. Those Germans, they figured out a way to get these light trucks of theirs over here into the United States. They're going to cost us a bunch of American automobile jobs. They're going to put a tariff on chickens from freedom-loving American farmers. We should put a tariff on their light trucks and teach them a lesson they'll never forget. And so Johnson administration put a 25% tax, a tariff on all light trucks coming into America from anywhere except Canada, because we have that auto pact. That tariff is still here to this very day. 48 years later, the chicken tax is still going to this very day. It was never repealed by any administration after Johnson left office. It was permanent. The chicken tax is over. The actual chicken tax, that died a few months later, very quietly. The Europeans said, okay, we're okay now. Everything's fine. But nobody reversed the light truck tax, the chicken tax on light trucks. So American consumers and Canadian consumers have been ripped off by their very own car manufacturers for 48 years, and it's still going on. The F-150 pickup truck, the Dodge Ram, the GMC pickup, I don't care which one you talk about. I don't care if you talk about the quarter ton, the half ton, the 1 ton, all those SUVs out there that are built in America, they're all considered quasi-light trucks, but certainly the pickup trucks. American consumers have been ripped off by their domestic car companies with the help of their U.S. government, freedom-loving government they have, to the tune of billions of dollars every year since 1965. And the reason I mention it again today, because I've mentioned it before, I'll mention it again today. VW, Volkswagen, has decided we are going to build EV vehicles in the United States and in Canada. And we're going to build the brand new version of the bus, the VW bus, the most popular vehicle amongst college kids in America for decades. You remember Woodstock in 1969? Do you remember that? If you ever see any images of Woodstock 69, or if you see any other outdoor music festivals through the decades, you see Love-Ins in 1967 in San Francisco, you see all the college kids traveling through the 80s, you see all the images of college kids protesting the Vietnam War. These college kids are now grandparents, okay? one of the favorite vehicles that they drove like crazy was not only the VW Bug, but it was the Volkswagen camper bus. And that was the vehicle that Detroit went after to ban it into the US if it was going to come in as a light truck. As long as it had seats in it, it was considered a passenger vehicle. But if the Germans were going to try to bring in pickup trucks, or the Brazilians, or the Venezuelans, or the Italians, or the French, or the Brits, 25% tariff on trucks. If Toyota or Nissan or Hyundai or Mercedes Benz or Audi or anybody else was trying to bring in a pickup truck that looked like an F 150 pickup truck with all the bells and whistles that Ford had, with all the performance that Ford had, 25% duty would be added to the price of the vehicle coming in, which meant that Ford, GM, and Chrysler, they could produce these basic 1950s technology vehicles for decades and decades, flog them to unsuspecting American consumers and Canadian consumers for a retail price that would make these automakers nothing but money. Every single truck that GM sells today, and Ford and everyone else, has 20, 30,000 of profit in every one of them. If Toyota were allowed to build a truck in Japan that equaled an F-150, like the Tundra, like the big one they produce now, they could produce it in Japan for those decades, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010 years. All those manufacturers in Japan and Korea and elsewhere, if they could have brought in vehicles like the pickup truck, North America would be sitting on pickup trucks that would be half as expensive as they are now. But oh no, uh, you will pay what they want you to pay. Now, back to VW. They're building plants. They're going to create the Volkswagen bus. But here's the saddest part about the story, one of the sad parts. There are two versions of the Volkswagen bus that are going to be created. The one version is for the North American market, being built in North America. The other one is going to be built for the European market, for the Europeans. The European Volkswagen bus will be shorter, lighter, and smaller. The American version for North America will be longer and heavier with one more row of seats, because we in Canada and in America are big, fat slobs that want all the elbow room, and we want all the room inside our vehicles. We want all the bells and whistles, and we don't give a crap about performance. But they're all electric. These are going to be all electric EV vehicles. And we're going to buy them like you can't believe. And Volkswagen is bringing out SUVs and everything else. Electric, electric, electric. There's a huge battery plant being built in Canada right now for VW. $5 billion being spent by VW and $10 billion by the government of Canada and the government of Ontario in subsidies. It is ridiculous. Huge giveaway. But in the USA, there are new VW plants being built with huge government giveaways, massive government assistance. Americans are going to be paying a premium price for the Volkswagen bus and Volkswagen SUVs, anything to do with light type trucks. They're going to continue to pay a ridiculous price because the chicken tax will never be revoked. No president has the guts and or the desire to want to revoke the tax. The Americans don't know about it. Most Americans have no clue. A 35-year-old American going for an F-150 pickup truck expects to pay $60,000 to $100,000 for a brand new pickup truck. That's what the prices have always been. You don't realize the prices could be $40,000 to $60,000 for the same rig. If I had the opportunity to acquire a Mercedes-Benz pickup truck made specifically for the American market, built in Germany, by German expertise, it would kick the ass off a Ford F-150. The GMC would be laughed at by everybody in the trades, carpenters, contractors. They would shift over to Benz trucks in a microsecond. They'd be 25,000 less than the F-150 and would have way more performance and wouldn't rust out. They wouldn't break down as much. They'd have a longer warranty. But American car companies have ripped off the American people with the assistance of the US government for 48 continuous years, and it continues on. Just saying. What you think is free enterprise in the United States or Canada is not. So much of our countries are supported or backed by government intervention and hidden tariff rules that no one will talk about. You do not ever see a presidential candidate for the United States ever talk about repealing all of these hidden tariffs that are in effect hidden taxes on Americans. You never see it because it'll hurt domestic businesses that need artificial assistance to be competitive with the rest of the world. It is an invisible cloak of defense for American and Canadian businesses that live off of socialistic programs that our governments have enacted over the last 50 years and will never repeal it. That is the name of this game. If you don't think that Boeing lives off of subsidies, you are dreaming in Technicolor. There are no US makers of locomotives that can rival Japanese locomotives, French locomotives, Chinese locomotives, German locomotives for passenger trains. There are no manufacturers in America. Yet the technology of these sophisticated high-end rail vehicles were probably created in America. The factories aren't here, and they're not coming because the United States government is so overwhelmed with the domestic auto businesses, lobbyists. There will not be high-speed rail lines between Portland and Chicago, Seattle and St. Louis and Los Angeles, Atlanta, New York, Chicago, Miami. There will never be a high-speed rail network on par with the rest of the planet in the United States and Canada too, because we have been bribed out. Our lobbyists have bribed out every single politician that needs to be bribed out to stay the hell away from high-speed rail. The automobile and the truck and the SUV is safe and sound in North America. And while all that is going on, all that is happening, the lobbyists are working as hard as they can on behalf of the automobile companies to lessen, to lower the fuel standards. They're trying to get the government to agree to a new formula to enhance fuel economy. They're trying to say, look, if a car has a wheelbase like a little Fiat, then it should get 50 miles to the gallon. But if it has a wheelbase like an SUV, it should do 30 miles to the gallon. If it's got a wheelbase like a quarter-ton pickup truck with an extended cab, it should have 22 miles to the gallon fuel standard. Shouldn't have 40 miles to the gallon. The automobile business in America and Canada is working as hard as they can to not improve their product at any cost ever. They want to get as much money as they can for the product and deliver as little as they can for it. And if that means burning more fuel, so what? If it means a lousier performance, who gives a crap? If the car doesn't last as long as it would in Europe, who gives a crap about Europeans? North American businesses are experts at trying to give you as little as possible for as much as they can possibly get, because they're greedy. And that's the capitalist system. And if you can utilize the government to get you there, even better, because politicians are stupid. They don't know jack squat about the car business. You ever watch one of these committee meetings when they want to talk to the president of Google or the the head of Apple about their products, so they want to talk about the internet, and they don't know what they're asking these people. They don't know jack shit. They haven't got a clue what's going on. They're fossils, number one. They're 65 and older. They don't know anything about business. They're politicians full time, and they're bribed by the super PACs. Easy pickings for the defense industry, the automobile industry, the health industry, the pharmaceuticals, the cigarette companies. I mean, come on. What's the best job you can get in Washington? Either be a senator or be a lobbyist towards the senators and congressmen. Lobbyists make more money than the politicians that they're going after. It's a great business. There you go. Just some thoughts for you, just to kind of think about. What can I say? Anyway, there you are. Let's see what's going on. Am I missing any comments? Brian, number 112. Good morning. Splair, go GameStop. I want to write 19s. What else is going on here? Thank you all. I think I may have read these already. Where are we here? There we go. Maria Powell, I have learned not to panic and just roll when you're out of extrinsic value. It took me a while to ignore the gain loss column. It's helped me so much. Brian, Maria, this I feel for you. Market goes up and down. Change your position when you feel it's right for you. Arms folded. JJ, I remember that episode of WKRP where they dumped turkeys, not chickens. Splair, in Poland, the wheat from Ukraine is making problems. I have to think about it because of this chicken. Brian, Ryan Cohen tweeted, sorry, X, it is a picture of him as an old man. Haha. Hector, Splair, too much Ukrainian wheat into Poland or not enough? JR, got a friend who swears that tariffs level the playing field, but ignores the fact that there is such a thing as retaliatory tariffs and unlevel the playing field again. It's just an inflationary move. JR, they are taxes on the American public because those tariffs costs are passed on to the consumer. Exactly right. The deep value Honda EV SUV looks fun. JJ, speaking as a big fat slob, Uncle Bruce, I'm really not surprised. Touch grass, will we be able to tow my Airstream? That's what I want to know. Brian, touch grass probably as EVs have high torque. JR, okay, SPY, come and get me and take me out of my iron condors. I dare you to put 1,000 into my account. Come on, I dare you. JR, the whole dang country's living off the government dime. Yes, it's true. Charlie, I agree with you about the quality of a Mercedes truck. Problem is that when it does need maintenance, then it's crazy expensive. My daughter had a BMW Mini Cooper. Throw the car away. JR, don't get me started on high-speed rail. It's a sore spot for us Californians after Jerry pulled his shenanigans. Charlie, it was unfortunate. The Mini Cooper was a fun little car. It was a niche vehicle that evoked some pleasure as driving those stupid VWs. Stephen, headed for the dentist. It would be nice if Sofi went up while I was there so I can afford the Novocaine. Laughing out loud. Thank you all. The Dow's off 71. Spire is at 465 up 24. Enphase down 323. Spiders are down 171. Qs are down 313. GameStop just down 3 cents at 1484. We've got SoFi now just down a dime at 737. Apple's down 48. Netflix down 730. Adobe's down 510. AI is at $23.99, down 12 cents. NVIDIA is still holding a 28-cent gain. Tesla's down 250. Rocket Lab is unchanged. Matterport down 4. Smart Rand up 3.5. Owens Corning up 80. ATIP unchanged. Unity down 57. Google down 124. Moderna down $3. Cisco down 60. Pfizer down 23. IBM is down 29. HPQ down 6. Microsoft is down 235. ME down 3 cents, 3.8. Amazon down $1.90. Home Depot 152 lower. Vanik down 106. Goldman down 153. Boeing down 70. Meta down 486. Target down 83 cents. JP Morgan down 65. Costco 361 lower. Walmart down 72 cents. Disney down 8 cents. American Airlines up 15. DraftKings down 48, and AMC is up 32, along with Royal Caribbean up 37. So there's some quotes there. It's mixed bag. Yeah, we're down, but 66 points on the Dow. Big deal. I mean, so what? S&P not doing all that much. Let me get a refresh on these markets for you. GameStop just went green, 1489. It looks like we're green on GameStop. Let's take a look here. Markets, U.S. market. Come on, big boy. Here we go. Down 47 on the Dow. We seem to be improving. We're down 18 on S&P, 93 on Nasdaq. Oil is down 95 cents right now. All right, there it is. That's the story. You know, 0.15 of a percentage point loss on the Dow. Big whoop. Yeah, the U.S. economy, the Canadian economy, we have such deep-rooted socialistic handouts, especially in the defense industry. It is ridiculous what the American government is paying and what the Canadian government is paying for bullets, shells, cannons, tanks, personnel carriers. It's unbelievable. There aren't 20 companies out there bidding to produce most products for the American defense industry. It's usually one or two, maybe three. And the US Defense Department is getting hosed left, right, and center, which means the American taxpayer is getting ripped off left, right, and center. And the biggest budget in the world for the biggest thing in the world is the US defense budget. It never gets checked. It never gets audited. It never gets called to account. No one goes to jail ripping off the American consumer or taxpayer from the U.S. military spending. I mean, it never happens. It's almost impossible. And yet, occasionally, we get a little glimpse, how a screwdriver costs $1,000, or a toilet in a submarine is $10,000, or crap like that, garbage like that. It's almost never revealed. It is so deeply buried under national security. American taxpayers haven't got a clue how badly they're getting screwed by corporate America. It's corporate America. Look, when you go to, if you ever get to a Super Bowl, go to the local executive airport, stand outside and with all the other airplane watchers, or if you haven't got time to do that, go to YouTube and just type in for a search private jets, Kentucky Derby 2023, 2022, the Masters near Augusta, private jets Augusta 2023, 2022. You will see videos of spotters, private jet spotters. Well done. Edited videos showing jet after jet coming in and taking off, telling you what the jet is and probably telling you who owns it. This jet is owned by General Dynamics. This jet is operated by General Foods. This jet is operated by IBM. This is from Apple. This jet is from Sony. You will see how corporate America lives the high life with these private jets. It's stunning. You'll then find out, if you ever do some digging, how many jets does NetJets operate? How many jets does Signature Jets operate on an hourly charter basis? How many private jets are chartered by the hour by corporate America? You will be blown away how little you get versus how much they have. And many of them are experts at sucking billions out of the American government in Washington. It is an absolute stunning number. And it's the kind of number that no one ever talks about on the political trail, ever. Because if you're a politician looking to become a senator, or you want to become a congressman, you want to become, God forbid, president of the United States, you want to run for these kinds of offices, you need corporate America backing. You need, in some cases, billions of dollars for your campaign, or certainly millions of dollars for your campaign. And the one thing you do not do is piss off corporate America. You don't do that. You don't talk about it. You keep it on the QT. You talk about what they want to talk about, and you don't talk about what they don't want you talking about. And the one area they don't want you talking about is how many billions of dollars the pharmaceutical companies get from the United States taxpayer. Check out the jets that these guys operate. Why is it that Bombardier and Learjets and General Dynamics and all these other jet manufacturers produce $80 million private jets for the best, the top? They call it the richest people in the world. That's not true. They don't produce it for the richest people in the world. They produce it for the richest corporations of the world that then allow their top people to use these jets. All the board of directors, all the top executives of these companies. So you're talking about some public companies that have 10 private jets. There are other public companies that don't own any private jets. They lease the jets or they rent them by the hour through fractional jet ownership programs or hourly jet programs. Thousands of them, thousands of these entities that use it, so that on their books, you can't find, when you look up in the financial report, does this public company have a private jet? No, they don't. It doesn't show, we don't have a private jet. No, they don't. But are they leasing private jets from time to time? Oh, yeah. They're sure as hell are. That's the world that's out there. These top people, these top executives, they don't go into airplanes at the airport. No, no, no. They go to the executive airport and they get their private flights and their public flights and their corporate flights all subsidized or handed out to them as part of their perks. This is how profitable it is to be a corporate entity in America. But hey, it's the American dream, isn't it? And there are those out there who are getting it, and then there are those who are not. And Kaiser Permanente employees, 75,000 of them, are on strike right now. Automobile workers, hundreds of thousands of them are on strike right now. The writers and the actors in Hollywood have been on strike. The top studios have private jets. The automotive companies have private jets. Healthcare companies, they have private jets. Yeah, that's just one way to figure it out, let alone their corporate uh, uh, executive limo fleets. On top of that, then there are the corporations who own penthouses or nice condos in New York, in Washington, in London, in Paris, in Tokyo for corporate executives to use. There's all these perks at the top end that most of you don't know about. I'm just trying to get you to make some money writing options. I'm just trying to get you near that area. Maybe I can get you into premium economy or business class next time you go for a trip. Anyway, what can I say? Thank you, everybody. JR, Touchgrass, as I've mentioned before, there are already big rigs hauling on the freeways here that are full electric. Yes, it's a Cummins Blair, too much wheat for way too cheap a price compared to our wheat for our citizens. This is an issue. JR, Maria, yes, I got that. It's just that SPY is testing my short puts and I want to reset. My goal is to at least 1,000 more. And then I'm so close. I'm getting better at rollovers, Uncle Bruce. I really am getting better at this. Thanks for putting away the wet noodles. Splair Canopy, 15% back to almost 80 cents. Closed my second run on calls almost completely. JR, when Congress refuses to pass rules banning members trading in the market, I realize how much we are getting screwed. Brian, JR, yes, that was probably a very one-sided vote for no. They're all millionaires because of trading with insider information. JR, should I, what do we got? Should I make a run for Congress? Imagine how many rollovers I would have to make. Well, when I get there, I'll share the info with the bagelers. Maybe not. Brian, Uncle Bruce, I'm trying to sell 5 April 18s on GameStop for about $2. Use this to buy 1,000 one time more deep into money. Bring my January 2025 $10 average down. Then I have 5 more calls I can write. I will write these 5 when GameStop moons. Brian, Alberto, I am laughing my ass off. Love when he curses. Splair, JR, oh man, Brian, Alberto, I am behind by 5 minutes. The anticipation is killing me. Alberto, Brian, he's going in. That's the Uncle Bruce I signed up for, laughing out loud. JR, I think the only moon we'll see from GameStop is the backside. Splair, don't forget, Brian. Alberto, GameStop is a stagnant stock. Average down and get out. Get into a better paying stock. There you go. There you have it. It's all up to you how you want to play it. If you want to keep into GameStop, stay there. You want to shift out of GameStop and shift into AI, deep in the money calls. It's a $25 stock. Maybe you can buy 10s or 15s over there and then write some higher premium calls. It's up to you. You know what to do now. If you've taken my classes, you know what you're supposed to be doing. Dow Jones down 45 points right now. 20-point dip on S&P. NASDAQ down 100. Oil down 32 cents at 83.90. So there you go. GameStop 14.81 or so, down 6 cents. SoFi down only 5 cents now. SoFi is coming around. Apple down 35. Adobe down 560. Netflix down $8. AI down just a quarter. Tesla down 310. There you go. We're still up 20 cents on the old Spire, holding a gain here. Sooner or later, the street will figure out Spire's true potential upside. They'll get it, but not yet. It's not yet evident. 461 on Spire, and that's all I can say about that. What can I say? That's the way it is. Let's see here. JR Alberto, here. Splair, I can't, what is it, 2006 in the red, 1,000 of that position margin, so I stick to call. JR, come on, SPY, go up. Dude, I've been rolling most of my GameStop calls way out to 2026, trying to get the most premium I can. There you go. Okay. To each his own. We're down 37 on the Dow, make it 31. SPYs are only down $1.44. Qs are down 290. The Spider got down to 422.60. It's now 423.25. See if there's any more upside there. The Nasdaq is down 86 and the S&P down 16, but it's barely 0.4 of a percentage point for the S&P 500 and 2/3 of a point for Nasdaq. Not a lot of downside here. Alberto JR, he's on fire. Let's go, Uncle Bruce. Wish my PayPal was active. Definitely would have been a donation show. Splair, but I wrote already twice down the road with these spreads and bought back for almost nothing. Little pop during the 2 months would be helpful. There you go. Well, kids, like I said, we're just trying to figure out this game. It might be a rigged game out there, but for option writers, you're on the side of all the pros. You are where the smart money is. You are where the big money is. You are writing calls with people that can afford to rent jets at $5,000 to $10,000 an hour of flying time. These are the folks you're hanging with, okay? Now, you're not writing as many as they are. It doesn't matter. It's all relative to the world you're in. If I can help you make $1,000 a week, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, if that builds and builds and builds, you too will have a different lifestyle than you're used to now. It's that simple. Stick around long enough and let it happen. It's all there is to it. Make sure you take the classes. Alrighty. The Google Condor dropped so fast, I'm waiting for your price to hit, says Spicy. Like I said, you can adjust the prices on the Condor. You can work it out. It's okay. You might be adjusting the pricing of your calls and puts, but you get the general idea what I'm trying to tell you to do. Splair, I would write 2026 only when the stock's at 30 to get the highest premium down the road, says Splair. Alberto, I've canceled my Howard Stern show. Uncle Bruce is now my Howard Stern show. There you go. I appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate you being here. I try not to swear because I know that there are folks who are listening to me who have kids in the area, and so I try to keep it PG friendly. You know where I'm coming from. You've been here long enough. We're only down 4 points on the Dow now. We're only down 4 points. This market has come around. Spiders are down 110. Qs are down 265. So we may have a little rally going, a little sell-off, another rally, another sell-off. Just hang around. GameStop down 7. SoFi down 1 penny. That's it. 7.46 on SoFi. Did you buy any cheap today, anybody? Did you get it at the low of the day? Dude, somehow less politics with Uncle Bruce versus Stern's show, laughing out loud. Splair. On my AI spread, by the way, I gained 550 and lost 400. That's a 150 gain for 3-4 weeks on a turnabout, $400 investment. There you go. You're making money. Just make money any way you can. Make money. Everybody, thank you all for all of your support of this channel. I want to say thank you to Israel and Tel Aviv. Jen and I have had a wonderful time here. We're going to get together with Beach Boy tonight one more time. and say our goodbyes. We will be in the air tomorrow. We'll be traveling tomorrow to Zurich. So look for us on Monday from Zurich in Switzerland as we arrive there. Thank you all so much for just being with us all the time. We just love you guys. This trip has been something else, so I'll tell you that. We are, as I said, traveling tomorrow, and we're going to be. I'm just trying to remember if I got my dates right. We might not be on the air Monday. I think Monday is another travel day. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. As a matter of fact, you will not see us until Tuesday of next week, the 10th. We will be in Zermatt. We're traveling out of Switzerland, out of Zurich on Monday, getting in on Friday, leaving on Monday. We'll be in Zermatt for the rest of the week. You'll see us from there. After that, you will catch up with us out of New Jersey, either in person or watching me on the air, back and forth. The 21st of October is the meet and greet in New Jersey. And then the next week, latter part, we'll be back in Calgary. So stick around with us and follow with us, and don't mind the gaps in our coverage as we travel to our next destination. Thank you all for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for those of you who have been letting us know how long you've been a member of this channel. Thank you. 125 thumbs ups. Thank you again for those thumbs ups. They really help the channel get exposed to first timers. Appreciate that very much. Thank you for taking the lessons. Thank you for booking one-on-ones. Thank you for becoming Gold Bagel members, Chillin' with Uncle Bruce members, and subscribers to this channel. Thank you for becoming subscribers. We love you for that. We'll keep you posted on how it's going. We'll be in Zurich, as I say. We're heading there tomorrow. You'll see us on the air Tuesday from Switzerland. Keep the drive alive, everybody. Keep making money out there. Do what you got to do. Make your trades work for you. Spire is sitting at 450 at this point in time. Sofi 746, down just 1 penny. All right, everybody. Thank you so very much. Let's see. It looks like Stephen can now afford Novocaine, says Charlie. Splair, just in case, have a good one today and stay relaxed. I wish you safe travels. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, what was on your menu last night? Oh my God, I had rye bread with schmaltz and some horseradish. I had grandma's soup, which was chicken noodle soup with sliced carrots, and it was wonderful. And then I had roast beef, sliced roast beef with mashed potatoes and coleslaw. Jen had what did you have yesterday?
Of course, we had the pickles on the table.
We had pickles on the table.
And our chopped liver.
Some chopped liver, which I didn't have. Cucumber salad.
And I had, yeah, that's what I had.
What was that called? I can't remember. Yeah, and Beach Boy ended up with some goose, and he had the schmaltz with me. He also had some cucumber salad. It was wonderful. It was just absolutely. We had some beer. It was definitely a Jewish deli, a traditional Jewish deli. We had, oh gosh, yeah, we had some. He had some chocolate ice cream, and you had some kugel, which is kind of a chocolatey kind of a pastry. Oh, she had a beef knish as well. Wonderful. Tonight we're going Italian. We're going Italian tonight, so we'll see how that works out. Rumors of a lemon pie of some kind in the offing as well. So we're gonna have some fun tonight, and then we are out of here very, very early tomorrow on a crazy flight, but it's the way it is. And then we're in Zurich in the afternoon, and we're going to be dog tired by the time we get there. So bear with us. We'll be on the air Tuesday with you again, and we'll keep it going. So today no show as well It was as a Friday show. Yeah, today's Thursday. No Friday show. No Monday. Tuesday we'll be back. BW Zurich, you say lots of private banks in that land. You got Israel, then the Zurich. It's all starting to be pieced together. Nice fake suitcase background from Calgary. There you go. Splair, Uncle Bruce, you're making me hungry. Sounds tasty. Dude, sounds delicious. Sure was. We were stuffed. I was so full I couldn't eat dessert. I couldn't do it. Couldn't eat anymore. It was unbelievable. It was fantastic. Okay, everybody, have yourselves a great couple of days. We'll take a long weekend. Make money tomorrow. Keep me posted how you're doing. Send me emails, and we'll see you on Tuesday from Zermatt in Switzerland. We can't wait to get there. We have been counting the days. Have a wonderful weekend in the meantime. Thank you for all your support, and keep it going, everybody. We'll talk to you real soon. Thank you so very much, everyone. Bye for now.